Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 where I will showcase this further. So first and foremost I just want to open the shell here and to show you how much faster this is on this machine. So I'm going to go to the place where I've placed things. So here are all the modules that I would want to convert into Wave, but I also have an example here. And it's the same track that I showed on my emulated machine that was emulating a 040 at 25 megahertz. So let's do mod to wave. So mod to wave, mod, and it's going to be this and 44 100 and hit enter. And it's done. 2 seconds. So a huge difference here. And if I open, let's see here, directory opus and go to displays, we can see we have a WAV file there. So let's close shell for now, and I'm going to delete these. So we just have all these mods here that is going to be converted into. Oh, we have a README here as well. Let's just remove that one. We don't need that one. It would just ignore it anyways. So now come the part where we use multi-rename or multi-ren. So I installed this on in my programs under miscellaneous or MISC, and I'm going to open multi-ren. Okay. So what I do here first is to add a directory. So I'm going to go to where I stored my modules to convert. So that would be on the extra and temp folder, and here is where all of those are. So how many are there? I don't know how many files there are, but yeah, it's a substantial amount of files, right? So the first thing I would want to do here is to go into tools and go to ren placer. In here, just so you can see what I'm doing here. So essentially what I want to do is to find something in the old name, because here's the old name, here's the new name. And whatever you do in this software when you try to create a batch script, do not click on rename at all. Don't touch that, because if you do that, it will actually rename all the original files. And we don't need that, because what we're doing here is to create a batch script. So source, I'm going to say mod dot, and for target I don't want to actually have anything there, and go replace. So now you can see that all of these have on the new name, they are not made, the name is not mod dot anything. Okay, so I'm going to close this tool now, and then I'm going to click on tools again and extension editor. So in extension editor, what I want to do is to find dot wave. Let's see if we have it somewhere like that. And I don't want it to be wave like this. I just want to be it like that, wav, right? And then append that. And now it's still appended wave. So I didn't want that to happen. Why did it do that? Can I do undo rename? Okay, it can't undo that. Why did it do that though? Oh, it probably should be, I should probably use that one instead. Okay. So I'll select all of this and actually just clear the list. Clear. And just add directory again. Extra temp. Okay. And tools. Run place. Mod. And I want to do a replace like that. And we can close that one. And then let's try this one instead and append. Now you can see that all these files are now named the way it should be. Okay, so here comes the thing. Never click on rename again. I want to stress that, never click the rename. But now we have a pattern here for the old name and new name. So what I want to do now is to right click and go to list and export list as text. Here we get this new pop-up. And what I want to do here is to go to custom, because we need to insert the mod to wave parameters. So I open shell again, mod to wave. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger so I can see. Okay, I'm scooting this down here. So mod to wave, and then I need the input file name to be the old name. So you click on this little, well, this icon here, and you say old name. Okay, press space, and then you want the new name, because that is essentially what it needs, like mod to wave. So mod to wave, input file, and then the output file, right? And then I'm going to do this rate 44,100. And now the important part is, don't press space here, but what you can see here is that it says here, enter a formatted string below how you want your text file to look. Don't forget a new line. So essentially for each of these in here, I want a new line. So I say percentage and like that. Okay. And now I save this as, and in this case, I can't save it anywhere. I need to save it at the same in the same directory because that's just the easiest way to do things. So I'm going to go to extra and temp, and I'm just going to save it like that and hit OK. So now, if I open the file that I just exported, it should be at the bottom, I guess. Yeah. And open it up, it looks like this: mod to wave, mod abandoned, abandoned.wave, rate, blah blah blah. Okay, so what I can now do with this one is, if I go to extra in shell here, temp. And then what I can do is to do an execute multi like that. And what this will do is now going to batch convert all of these files into WAV. And now that we're done with multi-ren, I can just close it down. And there it finished. So now what I can do is I'm not going to do any housekeeping here and cleaning things up that I don't need. So instead of cleaning things up, I'm just going to go to let's see here, audio, and I'm going to open code audio, and it has this wizard coming up, so I'm just going to add files. And again, I am, because now we're in the part where I'm actually going to convert those WAV files into MP3 files. So I'm going to go extra, temp, and let's see, do I see the mod files as well here? No, I just see the WAV files. Okay, so I'm just going to do all and hit OK. So I have all of these files now that are going to be encoded into MP3. So I'm going to go next. And I'm not in a rush here, so I'm just going to go next. And I'm going to keep it to the high. And then go next. And in this case, what's going to happen is that all these MP3s will actually be stored at the same place as the WAV files and the mod files if I don't change this. So let me quickly open up Director Opus here. Oh, it's already running. So I'm going to go up one directory and I'm going to create a new folder here, which I will call MP3. And then here I'm going to click automatic, so I can actually say where I want these MP3 files to be stored. So I'm going to go extra and MP3 and hit OK. So they will be saved there. So, and then after that, I'm just going to hit start. And as you can see, it's 111 files. And if I move over to Directory Opus and look in the MP3 folder, we can see that they are stored here right now. So this process will take some time, so I will just speed up the time, I guess. The final MP3 is now encoding, and there we go, finish. So now we have all those mods, ProTracker modules, converted from modules to WAV files, and then converted into MP3 files. It was quite easy to do once I got the multi-rename tool from Daniel. So there we have it. Cheers.